Coach Nick from Sluggers Boxing. So I want to make a quick video about posture, rhythm, and staying nice and loose and relaxed on the outside, right? So a lot of times, if you're standing perfectly still and then you go to punch, just the fact that you're having motion and giving some kind of motion can give away the fact when you're attacking or about to do something. If I'm standing perfectly still, as fast as I can throw it, if I'm just even moving, by the time I even move, someone's gonna go up, he's moving, he's doing something. So there's a couple different ways to break that up. First things first, let's move our hands. That's the easiest things we can do. So if our hands are up, if we're always just like this, not moving, right? This is tight and protected, this is tight and protected, but there's no illusion, there's nothing throwing somebody off. So what I can do right away, start out by just simply moving my hands. I can move them up and down, I can move them circular, I can move left hand up, right hand down, I can break up my patterns and do different things. So I can move my hands. I can keep my hands extended and move my hands. Let's say I'm on the outside and I'm trying to score quick jabs and crosses or use my catching and long guard defense to knock shots down. I can also just move my hands off of that, right? I can drop my left hand. So I can drop my left hand and move my left hand from down here. I can move it up, I can move it down, I can move it around. So I can start posturing with this left hand. I can move my left hand as I move my right hand. So my right hand's up here, my left hand's down here. So I'm constantly doing different patterns. I'm not just going like this all the time because someone's gonna go, okay, up, down, up, down, up, down. Or if I'm always doing a semicircle like this, someone's gonna figure that out. So I'm breaking up my patterns in which way I'm moving my hands, up and down, left and right, and I can drop both hands. I'm dropping both hands. Now it's even harder to figure out. Oh, look, you're open. Yeah, I'm open, but I'm moving my hands. And at that point, I plan on using the next kind of defense and elusiveness, which is footwork. So footwork is a simple one step back, 2 steps back, right? A roll step, a slip angle, a roll angle. So now if I put this together, as I move my hands, I'm moving my hands, I'm moving my feet, I'm circling to the right, I'll circle to the left. My hands are up, I'm moving my hands, I'm moving my feet. I can do little foot fakes, I can do double foot fakes, step out, step in. So right now, this, compared to this is a lot harder of a puzzle to figure out, all right? Last thing we can do is we can move our head. Now, you don't always have to move your head Mike Tyson style, slip and roll and look for big shots. I can move my head here. I can move my hand here. Very little, but I'm staying in motion. The target is moving very, very little. And then from there, if I have to make a motion, it's easier to make a motion because I'm already in motion, okay? Now move my head slow. Rolling, slipping, crouching and bobbing, slipping and crouching, rolling, and then slipping. I can move my head faster. Slip and roll and slip, constantly moving around. And I can mix it. I can move it slow. I can move it fast. I can move it slow. I can move my hand with the hand down. Now I add some pulls and some dips, some waist bends, some pulls, some slips, some rolls. Move my hands with both hands down. It's getting comfortable. I'm constantly moving the target, so my head's not in the same spot. Now let's put all three together. So we can move our feet, we can move our hands, and we can move our head. So let's put all three together. I'm gonna use the whole ring, so I'm over here, and go. So I'm on the outside. Move my head, move my feet, move my hands, move around, I do a foot fake, I'm circling, have my left hand down, move my head slow, move my hands a little slow, bouncing on the feet and the hands quicker, show different kinds of targets, move my feet, I'm moving my feet, move my head, putting this all together. So the more you put it all together, it's just a lot easier to get more comfortable, to be a little bit more relaxed, to make somebody else uncomfortable. Again, if I'm just sitting still here, I'm stiff, I'm tight, I'm tense, I'm not moving. It's very easy to read this going on. It's hard for me to get comfortable if I'm not really moving. The only time I personally ever really sit still is when I'm trying to conserve a little bit of energy and save some energy, or I'm looking to bait somebody. Hey, look, I'm not moving, throw a punch at me. So I can hit him with a collision shot, a pull counter, a slip counter, a catching counter, a blocking counter. So a lot of times I like to stay still when I'm trying to draw out attacks. But if somebody's really dangerous and they're good, particularly on the outside, let me not sit at range, not move the target, not move my weapons, and just sit perfectly still. At that point, I'm a sitting duck. So I'm moving my head, moving my hands, different patterns, and I can move my feet and do foot fakes and circle and move around. So just putting that all together, good little drill. Put the music on, whatever you like to listen to, put some rhythm on it, have some fun. Just practice this. Notice I'm not throwing any punches. I'm moving around different rhythms, different beats, Move my hands, move my head. Left hand down, left hand tight, both hands out, bouncing on the toes. Moving the head as I'm doing all three, and just put it together so when you get in there and you're boxing with somebody, you can give them different kinds of looks. It can't always be this look. It can't always be this look. You gotta give different looks so that by the time they figure it out, you got something else that you can go to. So that was a big lesson on posturing. Simple things you can do. Move your head, move your hands, and move your feet so that way you're giving them different looks. You're not sitting tight and still waiting for something bad to happen. So keep it moving.